Welcome back. Been a little over a year since my last video. Sorry about that. Intention was to be a little more active on this. Unfortunately, been a little more busy with other things in life, and finding the time and the drive and motivation to actually turn on the camera and do some filming has been kind of not there. So I'm trying to force myself to get back into this. So here's going to be kind of like not an update video. I'm gonna do one of those kind of after this one. But this is more or less kind of an update on the holster that I introduced last year. Was the T-Rex Arms Raptor holster. They just introduced it, and that's what I got for my Glock 43, which you see here. This is more or less, hey, here we are a year and a half later from when I bought it. How has it held up? And then, of course, a little issue we ran into and how it got solved. So, Raptor holster from T-Rex Arms, and I'm well aware of the situation at T-Rex Arms and the departure of Lucas Bakken. Obviously, that is not great. It was his company to start. I did like watching his videos. And I'm sure if you look on YouTube, there's going to be video upon video on everybody commenting and taking sides. I am not going to take sides. I do feel a certain way about it, but each side has said their piece, and those videos are out there for you to check out if you haven't been aware of it. I am not going to add to it. So this is just more or less, I bought this before all that stuff went down, and just kind of checking in with the quality. So just get right to it. So Glock 43X, this is the Raptor holster from T-Rex Arms. At the time when I purchased this, they had just introduced it 2 weeks prior. Got the Ranger Green, just the kind of like the standard setup with the TLR 7 sub light. So I'll pull that aside. Here's kind of an overview. This is a year and a half later, just wear and tear. The Raptor clip, or the Raptor claw they call it, kind of a little bent out of shape. I'm in no means a skinny dude, so I do have a little pressure and stuff that I put on this in different areas. One thing I did want to do is I wanted to switch to the DC monoblock clip just to see how that would handle. I haven't done that yet, but that was my plan, to try that on and see if it made the holster ride any better. Otherwise, it's been a pretty decent holster, held up pretty decent. We did have, just about a week ago, I did have an issue where the kydex is starting to split right there at the Raptor claw. And you see the separation there, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but you'll probably see the line there. That's actually splintering, or the separation of the kydex there. I don't have a Allen key here, or a Phillips head. I would actually undo this so you could see, but it starts from there and kind of goes all the way in. It's starting to separate there, and obviously if it continues to break through, then the Raptor claw comes off and I lose part of the kydex. So looking up on T-Rex Arms website, they do have a warranty, limited lifetime warranty on their holsters. Obviously, if it's not misuse and abuse, if it's just normal training or everyday carry, which I carry this every day for my concealed carry, you submit pictures, you email them in to their warranty email. They did approve a replacement. They said, yep, that actually happens quite a bit, or it seems pretty common, because the questionnaire I filled out was one of the options was breaking at the Raptor claw mount. So definitely right there. I don't know if you can see that pretty well, but yep, definitely splitting. And then again, you can see the line in there. So, year and a half of regular wear. I don't have any basis of comparison for other holsters, but, with them doing the warranty, I'm actually kind of excited. So I submitted that last week. Actually just got the replacement in today, which is this box right here. So looks like they did some updates. So the Raptor claw is different. The way they mount it is different, and it looks more to be adjustable. So that's an upgrade. The clips are the same, your belt loop clips. I did at the time ask them if they would be willing to add in a monoblock clip. Obviously, it would be at my expense, because it's an add-on that I didn't originally have. And they actually kind of just took care of me. So they tossed in the monoblock clip, which is this little guy right here. This mounts to these points here. Take these off, and I'm hoping that that'll help with the way the holster sits, if it'll sit a little bit better. And then, you know, I can report back on that. But otherwise, texture looks a little different, coloring is a little different, and I don't know, the cutting and stuff like that, I don't know if there was any difference in the way they made the original one a year and a half ago versus now as far as the manufacturing, but everything else obviously is identical. You can pop that in. Now it hasn't been adjusted yet, I just opened the box, so it does lock in. It is pretty snug, so I can adjust that a little bit to allow me to release it. But very speedy turnaround, all done within about a week. So if you do happen to have product from T-Rex Arms still, I would say that they are pretty good on their warranties, as long as you're not, like, you know, blowing it up or running it over with a tank or something like that. It was pretty straightforward. They were happy to help, and I'm glad that they were. So yeah, I'm going to continue to rock this one. Obviously, I'll put some more wear and tear on it. I'll probably come in with another update video on the holster part, probably in a few months, to give me something to talk about. And we'll check in on quality and how it's handling the duty. And I know that if anybody had watched my last video, you know that I went over my Glock 43 carry, some upgrades that I've done to it so far. I have not kind of caught you up on. I'm going to do a separate video for that. It'll give me a different another video to do. I'll kind of give you a walkthrough as to the changes I've made on the Glock 43X since the last video introducing it. But yes, if you have T-Rex Arms products and need to do warranty, it seems pretty straightforward. Definitely impressed. I'll take it and I'll rock with it. So thank you very much for watching.